Thank you for joining us for this live broadcast. We are so excited that you could have joined us. We're just going to take a little minute just to let a few people come on. So just give us a little minute and then we'll get started.
Any accidental,
Because I'm not seeing it here at all. Or here.
Go back on.
There's no reason to be.
The descriptions.
Okay. Hi everyone, thank you for joining us for this live broadcast. We are so excited that you could have joined us. We are just going to wait for some more people to come on. So if you won't mind waiting a little bit, we thank you. Hi Jody and Green, hello. Good afternoon. So we just like for you to put in the comments where you're watching from, if that's not a problem. So we can greet you accordingly. Put your name there too. Sharmina Brown, thank you for joining us. Ghana. Rochester, New York. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Watching from that's hi. That's lovely. How are you doing there? I am going to assume it is in the evening in UK. Love from Germany. Hi, how are you doing? Barbados, hello. Antigua, St. Lucia is in the house, watching from Brooklyn, New York. Thomasville, North Carolina. Hi. Jamaica. Botswana. The USA. Namibia. Okay. Colombia. South Carolina, I assume. Hello to all of you. We are waiting for some more people to come on. If you have just joined, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. You're a twin. Oh, thank you. Hi, from Kenya. Hello. Somebody from Long Island. Long Island is a beautiful place. Yep. So as we said earlier, thank you so much. We are so excited. We have so much planned for this program. We have some special guests who will be joining us, and as we told you, our parents will be joining. We'll be able to put them in the hot seat. You'll ask questions, and we'll just watch them squirm. So I'm so excited for that. Okay, Lynette in Georgia. Hello. Okay, Heather Hilton from Florida. How are you doing? All right, so I'm going to go to Facebook. We have 531 people watching. Hi, hello. So hi from Brooklyn, New York. Guyana, UK, from Kenya, South Africa, New Zealand, Kenya. Hello. Naomi from Mandeville. Hello. Hello to all of you. I'm going to assume it's Onome from Canada, Naomi from Kenya. I'm sorry if I do not pronounce your names correctly. I'm so sorry. Somebody hello, Sarah from Uganda. Thank you so much for watching. And Alabama, St. Anne. There's so many people watching from different countries around the world. We're so excited that you could have joined us today. So, hello from Wisconsin. Ireland, hello to you as Arkansas, well. Bahamas. Hi from Atlanta. Hello. Hi, Cassia. Oh, thank you so much. There are so many comments coming in. I'm sorry if we cannot keep up with them. Hello from Dubai. Hello. And somebody's saying, say hi to Dad and Mom from Francis in Ghana. Oh, hi, Francis. You all will be able to say hello to them and communicate them with them when they get on. So we are going to start and we're going to start with prayer. So I think that it's the best idea, to start off a program. So we are going to pray. Let me just give you a quick rundown of the program. We'll be talking about trusting in God, if it's worth it. We'll be giving you some tips for homeschooling. We know that, or you know that our parents homeschooled us, so we'll be telling you about our experiences with homeschooling, and also they'll be telling you or giving you some tips on how to homeschool your child or your children. We'll also be talking about our Paca Bag initiative that we have started. And so, oh, and the exciting part is we'll be giving 20 free gifts to some very wonderful people on YouTube and also on Facebook. Let me tell you what this gift is. And I know
Not
my sister.
yet,
No,
not yet,
no.
not yet, not yet.
Very well. So you have to stay tuned for this. So let's get into prayer, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are, close your eyes. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as one people from all around the world to worship you and to just praise you for all that you have done for us. As we go into this live broadcast, I pray that you may be with us in a special way. Could you please guide us, protect us? May you put words in our mouth, the right words to say to somebody that is hurting, Lord, and may people be blessed. Thank you, Lord, for hearing and answering. In Jesus' name, amen. So Michaela seemed to forget that we will be singing as well. So don't you worry, we'll be putting some songs in between the talking. You don't have to worry about that. For those of you who haven't subscribed to our channel, our YouTube channel, we have to tell you something, a little secret. You see, there are some things that we post on Facebook that we do not post on YouTube. So
No, it's the other way around.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There are some things that we post on YouTube that we don't post on Facebook. And so it would be better if you would subscribe to our channel and also follow us on Facebook because join the family. It's easy, it's simple, it's free, and I think it is a good idea because you get to know when we post new content. Just click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button and you will be notified when we post new content. And so let us get into this video. But before we get into this, we are going to sing a song. We love to sing about the cross. There are so many songs about the cross, about Jesus dying and how he gave his life for us. And I really think that this song really pictures the whole story of the crucifixion, his death, his resurrection. Listen to the words of this song. Wrong one.
Close your eyes and let your mind take a journey back in time to a lonely hill and an old rugged tree. See a man there so abused, cruelly beaten, his body bruised and blood streaming from his hands and feet. A soldier held the hammer, but we all nailed him there. Even though it was our cross, Jesus chose to bear. Picture this, love on display, a portrait of grace. Who could comprehend why he would take our sin and die to pay redemption's price? We're overwhelmed by mercy when our hearts catch a glimpse. Picture this. Oh, watch the mark this holy name and into that place, we stand amazed. Picture this, love on display, a portrait of grace. Who could comprehend why he would take our sin and die to pay redemption's price? We're overwhelmed by mercy when our hearts catch a glimpse. Overwhelmed by mercy when our hearts catch a glimpse. Oh, picture this. Oh, yes. Picture this. Amen. Thank you all so much for listening. Somebody is saying
Watching.
blessings from Ocala, Florida. I've never heard of that before. Leonie Duncan, can you teach me to sing?
We will be doing a video on YouTube soon about some of the tips that you can take into consideration when you are going to sing, and we will be, just sharing some of those with you. soon.
Lucian Drone, big fan from out of St. Lucia. Hi.
Hi. Please don't feel anyway if we mess up your names, because sometimes a lot of persons do it to us. So
Don't worry, we
Don't
feel
worry.
your pain right now. Somebody says, gospel for you. This is your friend Daniel from Germany. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
How are you?
You're always watching. Thank you so much.
And he said he also participated with my family in the Jesus is Moving 24 Hours concert. God bless you.
Yes, I remember that. I saw you guys singing, and I was blessed.
So, hello, Brenda Hibbert from Canada. Right now, we are going to invite our mother to come right in. She is a wee little thing, a little lady. I guess that's where we got our height from. She will be speaking to us about trusting in God, and I know from her life, she has gone through many experiences where it seems as if there's no way, but God makes a way. Even our story of how we were born, that is a testament of trusting in God. So let's please make her welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
I'm not so sure if I can be seen. I'm
It's a bit-
perfect? Okay, great. Great. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. We are going to be sharing quickly, just for a few moments, on trusting God. Is it worth it? The fact is, as humans, we face different situations. True or false? True. Some that will test the very core of our beings. And if it's not for something that anchor us and hold us, then we would be just like everybody else. Somebody who is just lost their mind or are going through some situations that when you look at it, you can't believe that this person who you know first and where they are now, but for the grace of God. Trusting God, is it worth it? I could share countless of testimonies as to how God has been good to me. And I'm sure you can attest to the fact. When you see how He has led you through various situations, then you know within the shadow of a doubt that it is God and it is not you who has done this. Now, for me, one of the things that I use to anchor me is the fact that His word, which says, for example, Jeremiah 29 verse 11, He says, I know the thoughts that I have for you. Thoughts not to destroy you, but to give you an expected end. And when you look at the fact that based on how much He loves us and what He has done for us, and when I look back too on where I'm coming from, I remember days of eating just one meal per day. I remember days when it starts to rain, wherever we are, we know what that means. We go and we get those buckets and we put them on top of the bed at different points. And when we collect all of that water, we can go outside and bathe with it because our roof was leaking and the water was just so terrible. I remember days of going to school without no food. With no food. Hot water for breakfast. No food during lunchtime. When other children are eating, I would go up to the library and pretend to be very studious, but I was terribly hungry. And it's during those times you look and you say, God, if you love me, why am I suffering like this? Why am I going through this? But God, when you look at it in His Word and you say, if you love me, it means that you have a better plan for me with all of this. And I'm here today. If I don't wish to eat, I can choose not to eat. And I can just eat. If I wish to eat 5 meals per day, I can do that because of where God has brought me from. And I'm sure many of you can attest to that as well. Now, there are 4 things I want you to remember in trusting God. Is it worth it? 1, trusting God when we don't understand. There are things that are going to happen in your life, in your lives. You just don't know why this happened, and you question. But the beauty about it is, if we know who we serve, then we can have that assurance that, God, even though I don't understand right now, I'm going to trust you. That's faith. And I can think of the 3 Hebrew boys who, when they were going through their hard times, they say, even if God does not deliver us out of the fire, we will still trust Him. Let it be known we will not bow. That's trust. And we have to get to the point where we trust Him even when we don't understand. The next one, trust Him in the absence of evidence. We are going to be looking at homeschooling. And I remember there were times when there were no evidence that this is going to work out well. Trust Him in the face of contrary evidence. The world says this, but God says this. It doesn't make sense. But we trust Him even in the midst of when everybody will think that we are stupid. We're going to trust Him regardless of that. And the last one, trust Him even if He doesn't bring you out of the situation. Imagine someone who is praying for healing for years and no healing. What do you say to someone who's going through that? The fact is, just like the 3 Hebrew boys, if He did not deliver them out of the fire, He's too much of good for God for you not to trust Him. And sometimes we really don't get the big picture. We don't understand certain things. But I'm looking back at my life again. When I was going through some hard times, I said, God, I don't think I can make it through this one. This is it. But I'm here today. At the time when I get the no for the response, I was not happy and I could not understand it. But I've learned in the 25 years of being on this earth.
25?
Yes.
25.
It will always be 25. Even I have learned from experience that sometimes at the moment I'm disappointed, 2 years down the line, 5 years down the line, sometimes even a week down the line, I realize, God, you are so good. What if you had answered my prayer how I wanted it? I would have been a wreck. So we need to trust Him that He has the big plans out there for us. And when we trust Him regardless of that, and we hold on to it no matter what, things will happen. Good things will happen. We will see things just start to turn around in our lives, to know that at the end of all of this, through it all, we can trust Him because God is faithful. I'm led to pray for persons who are our followers, those who are joining us. I am led to pray. So I'm just going to do a quick prayer for you at this time. Could you bow with me, please? Our Father in heaven, we want to thank you for being a good God. We want to thank you for being a merciful God. There are times in our situation when no human being can understand what we're going through but God. There are persons now who are going through situations of loss of jobs, loss of family members, loss of property, loss of health, and so many other situations. Even now, Heavenly Father, I ask you to be in their situation. Could you be the God who always hears and always answers these people? May they understand that regardless of whatever is happening around us, you are still God. And may the sweet aroma of trust in you become alive in them, so that they can see the fruit of trusting in you no matter what. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. And so, I have tested and proven over and over that God has been faithful. We have been, well, when we were younger, okay, when we were younger, we constantly listened to this song by Jeff and Sherry Easter called Over and Over. He's been faithful. And I remember saying to myself, I want to sing that song. And we've always watched these wonderful people of God, Jeff and Sherry Easter, singing and ministering for the Lord. And it was really a blessing for us when we were younger, and it still is now. So last year we had the opportunity to sing with them, and I tell you, I was nervous, very nervous, because not only were we in the presence of people that we had looked up to for so many years, but the pitch that they were singing on was totally different, and it was higher.
But God.
But God. So he helped us through that, and we're so happy that over and over and over and over in our lives, God has been faithful. So we're about to sing that song for you right now.
Of a wide raging river, trusting that tide gets across. And I've made my way through some valleys and deserts, believing I'd never get lost. I have been at the foot of what felt like Mount Everest, knowing I have the strength for the climb. But through every trial, each test and temptation, one thing is sure every time. Over and over, again and again, God is faithful. Over and over, again and again, through it all, He's made me able to stand and survive, to come through a life when it sure looked like I could win. But Jesus is with me, so I'll claim the victory over and over again. If you ask me why, I have no hesitation. God does what He says He will do. And I'd simply say every battle has taught me there's nothing He won't help me through. So why should I dwell on the hardships and struggles, and when I look just beyond them I see the way this will end is a great celebration, and deep in my heart I believe. Over and over, again and again, God is faithful. Over and over, again and again, through it all, He's made me able to stand and survive, to come through a life when it sure looked like I could win. But Jesus is with me, so I'll claim the victory over and over again. To stand and survive, to come through a life when it sure looked like I could win. But Jesus is with me, so I'll claim the victory. Over and over, over and over, over and over again. Again.
Amen. So I know that many of you don't know or think that we are adopted, because I've seen so many people saying, I want to adopt them, and that is very sweet of
Thank
you, very
you.
kind of you. But we have parents and who have been very good to us over the years. So I want to introduce to you Marquin and Nicole Foster. And I know from the name of our group, it obviously
kinda
gives you the
sounds-
idea that we are adopted. Which, yeah, but so we would like to introduce to you our parents, Marquin and Nicole Foster. They have been a great support to us over the years, and God has told them to homeschool us even before He told or opened our eyes to the fact that we should have gone into ministry. He gave them that idea. So let's just welcome Nicole and Marquin Foster. And please, ladies and gentlemen, give them the hard questions. Put them in the hot seat. I'm ready for this. Aren't you? I agree. Oops. Yes. Okay, so please make them feel welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I know that this is very nerve-wracking.
I come right in the middle. Hello, everybody.
And so, Dad, how did you get the insight to homeschool us? Where did this all start from, the homeschooling thing?
Well, the last time I checked, I wasn't told that you were going to interview me.
You know, surprises, surprises.
But it's really a pleasure to be with you this afternoon, everybody. To our viewers on Facebook and also to those on YouTube. We are grateful for the opportunity to share with you. Uh, you know, I must say first of all that the idea to homeschool was not something that resonated with me when it came up. The first time I heard about homeschool was one day when Nicole came home from work and she said to me, if I've ever heard of homeschool.
Yes.
And to be honest, it was something new. I've never heard of it before. And it was not something that I thought would work for us. Because it was something new, at least so I thought. It was something that was not socially acceptable at the time, at least in our culture. And so I just didn't like the idea, and we just spoke about it just for a moment, and we forgot about it. But then, after a while, the idea came back again, and we recognized that if this is going to happen, the Lord is going to have to tell us to do it. And, sorry, there's a charger right there. Yeah, sorry about that. We have to be working while doing this. But anyway, when Nicole brought the idea the second time, we decided we are going to pray about it. And so, in praying about it, I remember specifically one day we were fasting about it, and we went to a church program where there was a conference taking place, a convention rather, and we were fasting on that very day about homeschooling and if this was something that the Lord wanted us to do. And something that we used to do then, because we were parents that were very shy, we were not very, very comfortable with all of the attention that we were getting. We would go to big functions early so that people would not see us coming with, we had a double stroller and a single stroller. And so it used to command a lot of attention. So we would go early and try to get a seat so we would go unnoticed. So on this particular day, we got in early as usual. We sat down, and out of the blue, a lady came up to us and she was excited. Oh, they're triplets and all of that. And so we were there, and then she said to us, I hope you're planning to homeschool them. Now, bear in mind, on this very day, we were fasting about homeschooling. And that is really how the decision to homeschool came about. We believe it was because of prayer, and we have not had any regrets. I don't know if the girls have had any regrets.
Nope, none here.
Something I guess that's interesting is the fact that somebody had to leave their job in
Yes,
order to do it.
yes, yes.
You know, because both of us worked out, and I knew it was not going to be me because in my culture, the man is supposed to take care of his family, and so I decided I was not going to be the one. So how did that go?
God had other plans.
That's right. God had other plans, and that's exactly what happened. The lot fell on him to homeschool. And for some of you, I know you may look at it and think at first. For some of you, it's something that is, well, it's no longer new because based on COVID-19, everyone has to homeschool. So some of you were thrown into this, while others, you start to learn about your child, learn about different situations, about the curricula, and so many other things. And so this, I think, is something that, could benefit you some way or the other.
I noticed somebody asked a question: if I work, and how do I balance homeschooling? So initially, as was mentioned earlier, I resigned my job in order to do this. It was a very difficult decision at the time.
Yes.
I was told that I had.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead if you want to say something. Gentlemen.
I will forget. I'm happy that he gave me the Listen, when we decided to homeschool the girls, we were on 2 salaries and we could hardly make ends meet on 2 salaries. So I said, God, if we're going to be homeschooling, it means we're going to be surviving now on 1 salary. I know 1 plus 1 equal 2, but I didn't know if 1 plus 0 equal to 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't make sense. And that's why trusting in God is important. So we walked out by faith. Marquin resigned from his job. He was doing a very good job, and I could see him sitting in some very good chairs at this time. But he trusted God even when there was, in the face of contrary evidence, that this was going to work out for us. And that's what we did. I'm sorry.
Yes, that's okay. And so, yes, initially I gave up my job, but you would have remembered the story of Moses. How Moses tended to sheep for 40 years.
Yes.
And I consider myself to be a Moses because I've learned so many different things just by being at home and homeschooling. The interesting thing about it is that there are many times when people used to think that I remember on one occasion somebody even said that in a church, we were at church, that which man would sit at home and let his little wife go to work while he sits at home doing nothing. But for the men out there that you go out to work and your wife or your girlfriend or your spouse may be at home taking care of the children, I must tell you that it is not an easy task.
Nope.
There's so much to be done, and when you try to balance teaching plus ensuring that the home is in order, and I didn't think it was right for my wife to go out and then she will have to come home and cook. So I would also prepare the meal and try to ensure that the home, attend to the home. So but I've learned a lot from being at home with the girls. I've learned a lot. There's some stuff that we would have forgotten from primary school, and it's while going back through the material with the girl that I remembered, oh, this is how we used to do that particular topic. So it was really a refresher for me as well. And it was just fun.
Somebody's asking, hi Dad, how is it to having all ladies in the house?
Oh!
Sometimes it's stressful.
He
But
loves
it's
it.
fun.
He
But
loves
it's
it.
fun. But it's fun. It's fun.
So there's somebody asking, what advice would you give for parents who would like to homeschool their children?
I'm going to give you some quick tips and you can assist as you go along. Number 1, create a schedule. You need to have a timetable because it's very easy for you to be at home and you are so caught up with the activities around the house that you will forget as to why you are there, which is homeschooling, right? Focus on your child. Each child is different. Each child is unique in his or her own way. So many times people will make the mistake of saying, okay, when Trisha was 8, she was able to read at the grade 6 level. Now you are 9 and you're reading at the grade 2 level. Each child is different, so you have to focus on your child. Focus on their strengths, focus on their challenges, their likes, their dislikes, and the best time for them to work. For the girls, at one point it was early in the morning. Then as time progresses, they started, their best time would be in the evening. So if you want to get them at a good time, they start working very well from 3 in the afternoon right back until 8 in the evening. That was their best time. So knowing your child, create a holistic approach. What do I mean by that? It's not about, it cannot be only about academia. Because if a child gets only, just think about it as a balance. If you're raising the academia, math, language arts, and all of those subjects, and some other basic things like life skills and socialization skills that they need to know, or even vocational skills, you're going to have an imbalance in the child's development. So make it as holistic as possible. So for the smaller children, ensure that you have circle time, story time, time where they can pray, and time when they go out to play. And if you're going to homeschool little children, or even teenagers, try to be like them. Let me explain now. You're telling a story. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who was sitting under the tree. No, 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 no. The child is going, no. You have to put life in it and imagine you being a child. How you want that voice modulation. How you want the eyes to be popping out. You want the sound of the train. Just get excited. I had to teach him how to be like that,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
But he got it, right? Work on the physical activities. Jumping, skipping, hopping. Just going out to play with them at different times. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, before I just wanted to add to that, using things around your home
Yes.
is very important in this whole process of learning.
Yes.
One of the things we found we also did was to utilize day-to-day activities.
Yes.
The girls were reminding me last week, I think it was, how I taught them fractions, for example.
Yes. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember
And
that.
I don't know, for some of the cultures you may not have what we call dumplings.
Right.
But it's where we make a batter, dough with the flour, we may add a little cornmeal and water. And then we break little parts and we flatten it, put it in hot water, and we make it come to a boil. And then we have a flat, round dumpling.
Right.
So what I used to do was I would cut it into parts. And I would use that dumpling to teach them fractions. But then after, what do we do with the dumpling afterwards?
Eat it.
Give it to them to eat.
Yeah.
So you can do that with orange or cookies or
You
Pancakes.
can find other
Pancakes.
things.
and pancakes.
And we also did it with orange.
Yes,
with an
oranges,
orange.
yes.
You can use fruits, you can use whatever it is.
Just
Right.
be creative. Take the things that are around you and turn them into teaching objects. That's what you need to do.
Right.
And also, one of the things that we also did was to use nature.
Nature. Oh
Yes.
yes.
And nature is one of the best teachers.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
so much we can learn from nature and apply it to science,
Math, language arts.
language, whatever.
So we use the
Different.
integrated approach. We use a topic and from there we pull math, language arts, and I mentioned life skills. Okay, for those of you who are 25 years and older, you would remember that growing up you had to learn to do some basic things. Washing, cooking, cleaning, ironing, you name it. Today's day and age, things are somewhat a bit different. You find that a student will leave and go to university with 13 subjects, A levels, top of the class, but when it's time for them to do the basic laundry, they have to take them back home. Or to cook, they have to go to the store every day to go and buy food, and
They
that
have, to
no,
hire, they have to hire a classmate.
or hire a classmate to go out to do other stuff. No. For homeschooling, that's where things are different. For homeschooling,
It's holistic.
washing is a part of the curriculum.
Cooking.
Cooking,
Baking.
cleaning, baking, ironing, doing basic things, taking care of the plants. That's a part of it because the aim is to send out your children as a whole person
And-
where they can function in society.
And ladies and gentlemen, I got the skill of ironing from Dad.
True.
Now Dad is a very slow meticulous ironer. He takes his own little time and removes every crush. But Mom goes like zoop, 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 zoop.
I do it just to survive. She do it for payment. I do it for survive. I just get in Jamaica we say we take out the laughing and leave the grinning.
The whispering.
The whispering.
We take out the talking and leave the whispering. We take out the laughing and leave the
Oh.
grinning.
Okay.
Alright.
So I am the one who irons everything in this house.
Yes.
And they pack it up on me, people.
Yes.
Another thing, for those of you who have pets, allow your children to understand the growth process.
Yes.
And even if you have a cat, a dog, whatever it is, they can learn about life and science
Yes.
from that particular pet that
Right.
they have. So it's you can use different things to teach them.
We
Yes.
do have some questions here. It says, will your daughters go all the way through their education in a homeschooling environment?
Okay, so we can address that. What we did was that the girls have never been formally into the system. However, when it was time for them to sit their examinations, what we did was to sign them up with an institution. So it's impossible to have them at home fully without having some arrangement
Collaboration.
or collaboration
Right.
with the educational with an organization that provides the educational support.
And
So
I-
that's very important.
And as you mentioned that the curricula is important. Every country has its own standards. In Jamaica, we use the Ministry of Education's curricula. So from the different stages, we will utilize those. You now have to, if you're planning to homeschool, you have to bear standards in mind. Because when your child leaves your home, he or she should be able to fit right into college seamlessly. It should be a seamless process. Going into university or transitioning from the kindergarten level to the primary level,
To the
or from
elementary, say,
or elementary, from elementary to school. So it's important that you bear those factors in mind. And one of the things that we did with the curricula for the Ministry of Education, we utilize what they have. However, there are some aspects of it that we said, okay, based on what we have done so far, we don't need to address this. Or we are not too, we don't want to do this. We think it's best if we do this based on her needs, based on where they are. So we focus on the children. I must admit, Mahari, this beautiful one here. At one point, I was so concerned about her because her learning style is totally different from the other two. What is A? Show me A. She would touch M. What is N? She said, I know it. That's the letter C. And then I was becoming frustrated and I just left her. And I realized that if she's asked at first, if she was asked questions under pressure, she would tell you just about anything.
that comes to her mind.
Now, I know in the regular school she would have been lost with that because she knows the answer but she says something else. So we had to build her from that. So know how to another good thing about homeschooling, looking at the curricula, make it applicable to your child in such a way that one, you're doing, let's say you're looking at water. We took them on field trips. Field trips, so important because those solidify the concepts, those reinforce concepts that you would have taught. For those of you who are now homeschooling, you're saying, how can I homeschool, how can I take them on field trips? Do a virtual one, shan't you? Yes. Go, okay, let us go. We are going over to Australia. Now we're going to talk the language, but I can't really do the accent very much. But you make it interesting. Go virtually until you can go the real way, right?
Mom's teacher side is coming out right now. And yes, some persons
so
were
for
asking.
those of you who you probably would have figured that out by now, that she is
she's
a
an
trained educator. And she was my principal while I was
Teacher.
Yes. Principal, EO, you name it.
Yes. Someone was asking, how do you teach us foreign languages? Which external help is necessary, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
because there are some things that that mom and dad don't understand that we would need external help for. So if you do not understand something, it is best to get external help.
May I also add something else regarding what you just said? We do not have all the answers.
That's right.
And so what we did was that the internet was accessible.
Right.
And there are so many things that you have, so many resources that you have at your fingertips,
Yes.
that all you need to do is to tap into them.
Duolingo.
Yes.
Duolingo.
Yes.
Spanish and
That's a very good one
languages.
in terms of languages.
Yes.
And I'm happy that Michaeli is more advanced than us in terms of Spanish
Spanish.
and
And
And my
I'm very attuned to sign language. So we actually have a Spanish class this evening, and then we have a sign language class tomorrow. So we are trying our best to learn these languages. It's really necessary. Yes,
and the next thing, when you're making your child holistic, I mean, into a whole person. Another thing we do is we are high on humanitarian activities, volunteerism. If a child grows up every day getting what they want and not seeing that there are real needs out there, they become selfish. It's all about me. I want a new phone, I want a new pair of shoes, and this shoes has to be a certain brand name, and the list continues. But when children get the opportunity to see persons who are less fortunate,
Oh, yeah.
and they're part of helping to make a difference, you are now training that person now to go and to make a difference in the lives of others when they become adults. I remember when the girls were much smaller, we used to take them carrying little bags to persons, handing out stuff and caring for persons. At one point, they were not so pleased with us because they would ask for something and we say, girls, we have no money. And it's a fact we don't have the money. But there are needs. Somebody has a greater need than ours. And the money came. That's how God works. Sometimes He puts things in your hands to pass it on to others. And they couldn't understand, Mom, you said you don't have the money. But you're taking care of somebody's school fee. Or you're taking care of somebody, you're giving somebody else something to. And no, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? They are now a part of it. Where that's no longer a problem. They are looking for needs and seeing how they can impact lives.
may I also add to that, when you allow your children to get involved in volunteerism, they will not be selfish. But also, you will find that a lot of people think homeschooling causes children to be so isolated
Oh, yeah.
that they do not know how to
Socialize.
Yes.
That's a myth. I
Right.
must tell you now from personal experience, it's not true. And for many people, unless the girls say or we say that they're homeschooled, they don't know.
You had something to say?
Someone was asking, how is our social life? What's our social life like since we are homeschooled? We have to go out at different times. We
have
are not
friends.
restricted. We have friends. And so I don't think that homeschooling is a restriction. Someone else was asking on Facebook if we are homeschooled to protect us from the world. So I want you to answer that question, Mama Dad, because I know it's a very widely asked
Alright, so
question.
as was mentioned earlier, we did homeschooling because that's what the conviction we had.
The Lord
It
told
was
us to do
something
it.
that we prayed about and the
Yeah.
Lord told us to.
Yes.
Initially, as I said before, I didn't like the idea. The same way now we talk to people and they say, oh, homeschooling,
idea.
and they'll turn up their faces at it. But the same way for us, before we started, we just did not like the idea. So we cannot protect them from the world, but we can do our best in preparing them for the world.
That's right.
And that's the duty of every parent. We must ensure that we prepare our children so that they can take on fully their responsibility and contribute to the society in a very positive
As
way.
loyal, upstanding citizens. So we have some more questions. We're going to just answer some of them.
Oh, my God.
So, what I've always loved about homeschooling as well is that not only the flexibility, thanks Mickey, but the way we can be in touch with God more. You see, a lot of times in a lot of schools, God having our connection with God is not very critical. It's you have prayer, you have devotion,
But they
but
don't focus.
they don't focus
on the spiritual.
on the
aspect.
spiritual aspect of school. So what I love is that we were from we were little. Mom and dad not only had family worship with us, but we had to have our own devotion. Mom always says, we cannot spoon feed you for the rest of your life. We can't spoon feed religion to you for the rest of your life. You have to come to a point where you understand I must get to Jesus for myself. So that's one of the things. Not only, even if your child goes out to school, you can still give them that foundation that you would have wanted them to have. So
We have some
And
questions.
may we also add as you're finding the question, we do not expect that every parent will be able to homeschool.
True.
It's a great sacrifice to do this. a lot of sacrificial um, work is involved in it because you have to give up some things. There are there are places you may want to go that by the fact that you're home with them and you have them fully. Because to be honest, for a lot of people, school is also nursery.
Reprieve for
It's
the
a, it's
parents.
a but so there are many sacrifices involved, and so not everybody will be able to do it.
Yeah.
But as best as possible, coordinate with school. The teachers cannot do it by themselves. You must be involved.
And
Ima-
I'm sorry, socialization is a home thing. We don't send our children out for socialization. The home is the first agent of socialization.
Yes.
Yes,
So
very
how the
important.
children say good morning, say good afternoon, you sneeze, you having some level of manners, that's a part of socialization.
Yes.
How do you do that at home? So if a parent is on point with that and instill that consistently, then you will find that the children will replicate that type of behavior. So home is where you socialize those children to go out and impact lives positively.
So what we're correcting then is the idea that socialization is how you're able to play with others or how you relate to others, your
No.
peers. It's much more than that. That's just one aspect of socialization. But how do you function in society? Do you say good morning, good afternoon? Do you say thank you, I'm sorry, please? Those are other areas too.
So-
That
Sorry. So we do have some questions. First of all, somebody was trying to figure out how did you tell us apart when we were younger? I mean, did you have to tag us?
Oh yes, we had to use the tag at some point, and when we thought that we had a problem when we took off the tags to bathe, and we put, okay, this is for trip 1, this is for trip 2, this is for trip 3. When we bathe them and it's time for to put on our
actually, correction. Remember, we didn't deliberately take them off.
Oh, we
Right.
What
didn't.
happened
Oh
on
yes,
one
oh
occasion
yes.
One came off. Isn't
was
that what
that
happened?
no, two actually came
Two?
off.
Yes.
After the tags became soaked for a while,
Yes.
then the two of them became loose and fell off.
Yes, true. Thank
And
you.
then one day we had a real problem
Ooh.
trying to identify
Who was
those
who?
two persons.
Did you give me her name?
I believe you have the right name.
Okay.
I
So
believe we got it right.
somebody else was asking, are you going to allow us to date, or are you allowing us to date, or are we going to trust God for our husbands? I'm just
You
trusting
answer
the
the
Lord.
question.
Okay,
You
trusting
answer the
the
question.
Lord. I'm just
Trusting
trusting
the Lord.
Jesus
Trusting
because
the
there
Lord.
are so many. I feel like if you are sifting through the dating pool, if you must call it, there are so many different people who you are going to meet, and it's just going to be stressful. But I think waiting for the Lord to bring the person along is a better alternative to going out there and putting yourself out there. Just waiting for Him and just letting Him bring the person that is perfect for you. Because if you search for yourself, let me tell you, you will find different things that are just not right. So just wait and just pray that the Lord brings the right person along. We call it the Lord's dating system. So I believe there's something called soulmates. I believe that
Ooh, here comes
God
the romantic.
God has that person for you, and so it's not about soulmates. This person has God has the right person for you. Well, that can be considered as soulmates.
Mhm.
Can it not? When God has the right person for you.
Well.
Okay.
Right. I'm happy they're the ones that.
Yes,
answered that
yes,
question.
yes, yes.
Someone is saying the mother looks young.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's the advantage.
God.
Yes, God makes the difference.
Yes.
Let me just go through some of the questions here
And ask them.
and run it by you. Somebody's asking, are we going to be homeschooled to the university level? No.
No.
I think based on our schedule at the moment, it would be more feasible if we would go to university online. So that's the path that we are pursuing.
Mhm.
So yes,
I mean,
I
there are
hope
so
that
many.
answers your question.
Right. That's about it.
Do they disturb during home studies? Ha!
Ooh.
And do you punish or discipline them during home studies when they go wrong?
Could
This
I-
is an
could I-
interesting one.
Could I start off with what was the first question again?
Do they
What did it-
disturb?
Okay, so first of all, when we were young, we've always been singing. So even when we're doing our schoolwork, we'll be singing and doing our schoolwork at the same time.
That's a disturbance.
That's a disturbance.
And we also sing around the house. So sometimes that is like, girls, just give my ears a break for just 2 seconds. And then we start again. Right. But what I've learned is that our learning pattern has to do, it's surrounding music as well. So recently we sung a song in Shona. And so, God, this is so weird. When we sing the song, before we sing the song, we'll be tripping all over the words. When we sing the song, it will come out right. And then after we sing the song, we'll remember it for the rest of our life, basically.
Once the place in a song,
We'll
it
get
is
it.
easier for us to retain it. So for the discipline aspect of
Yes,
it,
I'm good. Yes.
I think
Right. So in terms of discipline, we thought it was necessary to have the girls being comfortable in order for learning to take place. And so what we find is that first they were comfortable in their environment. Secondly, it appeared that they were comfortable with me teaching them.
Appeared.
So it appeared. You have to speak for yourself. But it was easier to teach them. There were times when I would have to be firm to get some stuff done because maybe they may not feel like doing the work now or they may feel, but there are times when while you will give some leverage, there are times when you have to be firm and you have to say, okay, come on, this must be done.
That's right.
You know, and that's necessary
That's right.
within the whole parenting practice.
Yes.
When it comes down to punishments, mom and dad got creative. And I tell you, those creative punishments were very creative.
Were they very effective?
They were very
effective.
effective. They were very creative, extremely effective. So the thing is, some persons, they do corporal punishment. They spank their children, and after you get the beating, you forget because the thing in the palm of your hand is gone, right? But we had
you don't need to beat your child for your child to get a lesson. I think it's making a creative punishment, a punishment that will make the child remember is very paramount.
Mom and dad had so many creative
For
punishments.
us, we call it consequences for actions.
Yes.
And so what we try to do was to make the consequences relate to the action.
Right.
That does not mean that corporal punish was not at some point utilized. However, I believe that is supposed to be the very last resort. Understand me? And I am not suggesting by any means for anybody to use
That on
that
their child.
method because we understand now where the world is and certain views on abuse, and we do not in any way support abuse,
Amen.
whether physically, verbally, or
Emotionally.
emotionally.
Yes.
Right? So we're not at all suggesting that.
Less about it.
Someone was asking what was the name of the first song that we sung.
Ooh.
This was written
Was
by
it God will take care
God
of
will
you?
take
God
care of
will
you.
take care of you. No, what's the first
Oh, you mean earlier this
that we were
particular
singing?
song?
Okay.
Oh, picture
Picture
this.
This.
Picture this. It
That
was
leads it to a question.
um,
So that song is on your second album.
yes.
Um,
So this was written by Rebecca J. Peck, I think.
Yes, it was.
I'm trying to.
Yes, I think
Yes.
yes, it was. Yes, and I think they want to ask. Today we intend to give some gifts.
Yes. So that's it now for homeschooling.
So
So
I
you
was
can-
permitted to leave.
I think you can run now, Dad. Run while you have the chance. Yes.
Thank
and,
you.
And I guess whatever questions we overlooked, then we will try to answer them
Yes.
afterwards.
Someone is asking on YouTube, Andrea Fletcher, how long does it take for us to learn a new song? Now that totally depends on
How complex it is.
how complex the song is,
The language in which we are singing.
and also if the Lord gives us the inspiration, because there are some songs, as I said in our previous live video, that take a very long time for us to learn them because the Lord obviously stalls it so that we can sing it at the right time.
Exactly.
There are some aspects where we just can't get the song right, and it's at the 2 years later, 3 years later, we get the inspiration, and that's when we do it. So it totally depends on the situation surrounding the song.
But we have to make it our own. We can't just
Just
sing it like that.
as how it was made popular. We have to make it our own.
So we would like to introduce to you the Pack a Bag initiative. Just be short. The Paca Bag initiative started when we started seeing the needs that persons were having because of the COVID-19 outbreak. Some people have lost their jobs, they've lost everything. So what we do on this Pack a Bag initiative is that we take food to them, toiletries, items that are necessities, and we bring that to them. And we've seen some very interesting reactions. Some persons, they know that you have to keep the social distancing, but just because they're so happy, they hug you or they shake your hand and they cry and stuff like that. So the Pack a Bag initiative has been effective in so many homes. We've given out 22 bags, toiletries, food, a lot of stuff in there, and we've also provided medical support for 5 persons so far. So God is working; He's moving. So um, let's get into the next song. I This is a song by Kyla Rowland. I'm sorry. It's called Did I Mention? Did I mention that he's been faithful to every single promise he's ever made me? He promised that he'd put food on my table, my bread and water would be sure. He promised that when I walk through the fire, I shall not be burned. He keeps his promises. Did I mention? Yes, we were so excited when I think Kyla Rowland's daughter contacted us and expressed her gratitude for this song. And it has blessed people. It has blessed us. Listen to the words of this song carefully. David sang the praises of the glory of Jehovah. Paul the other day we had spoken to you. I think the last live broadcast, Michaeli was having issues with her back. At one point she couldn't feel anything from the neck down. But a lot of times when God comes through for us, we don't say anything about it. So I want to mention that now Michaeli, 2 weeks ago, Michaeli stopped feeling pain. She can go and drive on the road without feeling pain whenever she hits any bumps or potholes. And we're so grateful to God she's not having numbness or anything like that. So we want to thank him and praise him. Hello. This was Switzerland. I'm not sure if I'm saying this properly.
Wait, hold on. You just passed it. You just
I
passed
did,
it.
like.
It's Swaziland.
Swaziland.
Yes.
My apologies.
There's so many countries that I'm learning about just from being on this live video. This is very, very, very interesting and very informative as well. And let's talk about the free gifts, ladies and gentlemen.
Drum roll.
So, the prize is a digital copy of our
Newest album,
yes.
Try Jesus.
So, ladies and gentlemen, 20 select people from YouTube and Facebook will be getting a digital copy of our album. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it just might be you, so keep your eyes and ears open. When we say you need to do something, you better do it. So,
I just would like to reiterate. Whichever one. I would like for you to go to our YouTube channel, become a part of our YouTube family. Thank you so much, and subscribe. That is one way of supporting our ministry when you subscribe to our channel. So,
and it's very easy, it's simple, it's free. I hear some people saying, I'm not subscribing because it's costly. No, it's very free, ladies and gentlemen. And so, please do subscribe. For the Facebook family, we love you. God bless you. For the YouTube family, God bless you. Join the family, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't cost you anything. And please donate. It is very easy. Go to www.fostertriplets.com and click on the donate button.
Abigail Gordon, hello to you. I like your hairstyle. Bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You don't see what happens behind the scenes. It looks like a mop stick. I know this is the Lord doing this. I'm telling you, it looks terrible off camera. So somebody says teach children to sing. As we said, we are going to be doing a few videos on just some tips on how to take care of your voice. So if you really want to see that, ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe and click the bell right next to the subscribe button. This will notify you when we post new content, and especially that video on how to sing. So please look out for that. And
also follow us on Instagram at Foster Triplets and become a big part of our Instagram family as well.
So let's get into the requirements for this gift, shall we? We're going to ask a few questions, and the first person that comments gets it. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, get ready. The first question is, drum roll, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, where's my pen?
Okay, I think somebody is watching that, so they should be able to get it.
Okay, the scribe will write it.
Okay, so somebody will be writing down your, I think your handle or something like that, so that they know who is the winner.
And
so
then you will send an email to Foster Triplets with your information.
fostertriplets@gmail.com. So when we announce your name as the winner, please go and send a message.
Not yet.
An email
after the live
when
video.
we do. Or after the live video. You can send an email to fostertriplets@gmail.com. I'm going to say that one more time. fostertriplets@gmail.com. And send, I guess, something with the subject that says
Try Jesus.
Try Jesus. Yes. So let's go into the first question.
Are you ready?
What is the name of the initiative that was geared towards hurricane relief for the Bahamas? Let us see. We're waiting. Okay, let me ask one more time. What was the initiative? What is the name of the initiative that we created that is geared towards helping the people of Bahamas for the hurricane relief?
What was the name?
Come on, somebody, you have to know. Come on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry. No, Joanne Levy. It's not Paca Band.
No, ma'am, it's not Paca
We're
Band.
talking about another initiative.
Oh, here we go. We
Heather
will
Hilton,
rise.
we have a winner. We will rise. Okay. Some people
Someone
are late.
else, Melo B. Blake.
So,
Melo B. Blake.
Melo B.
We will rise.
Okay.
Where are we? Where exactly? Right here. Okay.
Okay, let's ask another question. Tell us one song that was on our first album. The name of one song that was on our first album.
What is the name of one song that was on our first album?
Ah, no, not Try Jesus.
That Try Jesus is one of the songs
That's
that
not
on
our
our second.
first album. That's
Oh,
the second
sorry.
album.
Right.
Uh-oh. My bad.
You don't even know which songs are on your album.
That's
Ooh.
bad. No. Oh, what a God. There we go.
There
What
you
a
go. What a
God.
God. Patra Bennett Christopher. Someone else as well.
And Monique Smith.
Okay.
Welcome. What a God.
You have one more for What a God on here?
Could you give me the name of the person that you just gave me, my life?
Okay, so some of you are saying not just in church, not just in church. That is on our second album. Actually, that was a single, and then it
Was
came
put
on our second album.
Yes, so it's
So,
on the second album.
Let's
Patra
ask another
Bennett
question.
Christopher.
Tell us one song that was or is on our second album. One name of a song. You can't tell us not just in church, ladies and
Not
gentlemen.
Miracle in Me,
And not Miracle in Me either.
because you all know that. Mm-hmm.
We Will Rise. No.
It's not on the second album. It's a single.
Try Jesus. There we go. Let me see the first person who says Try Jesus. Jodianne Green.
Okay, and then the rest we're going to be doing randomly.
Yes.
So we're going to get into the next song. I saw someone that requested this song, and you got your wish today. So let's go.
In the holy pages, His truth can be found. A promise to stand on when darkness abounds. All right never loses and wrong never wins. For grace will always be greater than sin. Grace will always be greater than sin. Calvary has proven it time and again. Whatever you've done, wherever you've been, God's grace will always be greater than sin. You are broken and bruised from those choices you've made. Sin has a price, and so often you've paid. Listen. Oh, but Jesus is waiting. You hold this in Him. For grace will always be greater than sin. Oh, grace will always be greater than sin. whatever you've done, wherever you've been. Oh, God's grace will always be greater than Amen. So somebody was asking, do we speak Creole?
Mm. Well, we speak patois, which is a dialect of Creole, if you will. It's I think it should be made into a language, ladies and gentlemen. Any Jamaicans here who want to make it into a language? I want. It is a language,
yeah.
but an official language, shall we say? And so yes, that's my. This song is so refreshing to my soul. Thank you so much. You see, when we hear how people have been impacted by the ministry, we are empowered to move on. Yes, we keep going, but it's a form of encouragement. It boosts us. It makes us stronger. There's so many persons that have been praying for us every single day, and it's prayers like those that keep our ministry going. You don't understand sometimes. You're praying for us. We might be going through a rough time in our ministry, in our life, and that's what gets us through. So we want to thank you. And of course, oh, we have some winners, ladies and gentlemen. We do? Oh yes. Oh yes. And let's go to the bottom. Okay. First, let's shouldn't announce them yet. Okay. Good. Okay. So we have some person saying, do you speak Swahili? Now, we sung in an African language, which is Shona, but the truth is, we don't know any African languages. We're trying to learn. We're trying to learn. But if you mean, do we know a little bit? Well, I know the words from the song, and I can translate them to English. So, but that's about all I know in Shona. But we're trying. Yeah. You will be seeing a Spanish song, a French song, a lot of songs soon. For those Spanish speakers there, please do not judge us when we come with the Spanish, okay, ladies and gentlemen? We're trying our best. We have a top fan. I think it's on Facebook. Denise McInnes and Smalling. And I think there are. I'm trying to read Dad's writing. Dad, your writing needs to get better. No, Dad's writing is better than Mom's own. Oh, you're right. Yeah. So we have. Mom is here. Mom is like, you're gonna pay for this. We have 4 more top fans, and I want you to type your names because I don't know. You're supposed to know. Just we have 4 more top fans. Please type your name in the comment section on Facebook. I think, and we will verify it because we know. And yes, so please type your name. That is the information that I was given by my father. I don't know what it's for, but it serves a purpose. So please, we're obeying. Okay. Hello, Gabrielle Bailey. You said to give you a shout out. Before we go any further, by the way, do we have anybody celebrating their birthdays today? Yes. Please do not lie, because God sees and He knows. Are you celebrating your birthday today? We'll sing happy birthday. Well, let's say yesterday, today, or tomorrow. How about that? So please give your name so we can say your name and sing happy birthday. Put your names there if you were born in this wonderful month, yesterday, today, or tomorrow. Oh, you celebrated yours yesterday. Hillet Virgo. Please tell me I said your name properly. Hillet Virgo. July 9. You know what? Let's sing for you too. Names coming up right now of Danny Malcolm, top fan. Yeah, it says so right by his name. And then there's. Please sing the Shona song. Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord. If I say anything wrong, okay. May I kindly ask how old are you, young ladies? Tongue twister. We are 17 years old. We will be 18 in September. Yes. Anybody celebrates their birthday on the 22nd? Comment down below. Yesterday I was 56. Oh, bless your heart. June 8th. My sister Laura was June 4th. So we have a lot of June people here. So are we going to sing their song now? Amalia Wati in LA. Lireto Potsisa. Ooh, you're not good at this. I'm not good at it. June 27. You know what? I think we're having a lot of June birthdays. So, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to sing happy birthday and say to everyone. Leo Limpman celebrates his birthday today.
Happy,
If you
happy
are watching,
birthday.
Mr. Limpman, happy birthday. Your friend is wishing you happy birthday. God bless you. Richly. We're having June 9, June 6, June 19. My husband is tomorrow. Somebody says that. Happy birthday to your husband. We don't know his name. God bless you wherever you are.
Okay.
And somebody's saying my
I
daughter's
was
on the 23rd of June. And somebody says they're on the 22nd of September. Isn't it the best month? I was in March.
Oh,
yes,
Dad's month is
that's
March.
Dad's month. So, yes, one of the best months. Yes, every month is good, but you know, I have some preferences. Okay. Okay, so which one of the birthday songs are we going to do today? That one? Not that one. Let's sing that one. We'll do this one, the one that the one Ikila suggested. Because wait. I have to stop it for this. Somebody's birthday is on the 22nd of September. Naledi. Her daughter's name is Naledi, and she's celebrating her birthday on the 22nd of September. Bless your heart. That is one of the best months to be born in. Stop. September 14th. Yes, the September month is in the house. Someone says June is the best. Well, I agree. Every month is the best because
Amen.
Yes.
Ever the diplomat.
Because you think so. Okay. Somebody says you have the same birthday as my dad. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into this song. So for all the people out there who are celebrating their birthdays, we want to wish you a happy birthday. When it comes, belated birthday, whatever it is, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you. Wherever you are, near or far. Happy birthday to you. One more time, sing it. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you. Wherever you are, near or far. Happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños. Happy birthday to you all over the world. You. Happy birthday. Okay, so hello, Chitans. There is a surprise. Mama Dad will be singing at the end of this video. You have to stay, ladies and gentlemen. This is groundbreaking. This is special because our parents will be singing with us. You have to stay. Please do. Okay. So, our album is available for those who are in Jamaica. Our album is available at the Three Angels Pharmacy in Mandeville and at Cornmed where? In Savannah Mar. I'm sorry.
And in Mabay.
And in Montego Bay. So
Okay.
please look out for that. And for those who there are no sites or there's no locations for our album to be housed in yet, you can actually buy our album online. It's also available at Heritage Pharmacy in Savannah Lamar, so look out for that. So if you are not located in Jamaica, please, you can find our CDs or albums or singles online at
Our website.
our website. You can actually go through our website to buy. You can also donate.
So everything there is at Foster Triplets.
www.fostertriplets.com. I'll say that again. www.fostertriplets.com, and you can donate, and you also can get our CD. Oh yes, I did. They're interesting. Mom is getting ready. You know, she's getting her
warming up.
gloves on.
Mom is flexing her muscle.
She's like, yes, I'm gonna do this. Ruby Hooper, Sister Hooper, how are you doing? God bless you. How is Pastor doing? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not judge us. This was practiced today.
Okay.
Mom's like, don't say that. Okay, let's go.
This world is not my home. Oh, this world is not my home. My home's been made at heaven's throne. This world is not my home. Oh, this life is not my own. Oh, this life is not my own. I am His alone. This life is not my own. I was bought when love was slain. What high cost to pay this wage? Now ransom died and freedom slain. My Jesus raised me from the grave. Come down and walk with me. Oh, come down and walk with me. Together we, our Lord shall meet. Come now and walk with me. I was bought when love was slain. What high cost to pay this wage? Now ransom died and freedom slain. My Jesus raised me from the grave. 'Cause I was bought when love was slain. What high cost to pay this wage? Now ransom died and freedom slain. My Jesus raised me from the grave. Oh, soon, Lord, oh, very soon. Oh, soon, Lord, oh, very soon. You'll come take me to be with you. Soon, Lord, oh, very soon. Amen.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I tried. I tried.
He tried. He tried. He did well.
Do you have any do you have any questions?
Any
As
last
we-
questions for the whole family? Yeah. So please hurry up and put those down in the comments because
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
think
go.
our time is up.
I'm
so
Time is up.
sweating.
I think our time is up, and we
Yeah, I
may have
think
to
so.
answer some questions
Offline,
afterwards.
yes.
We did see some questions that we will need to respond to